Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and welcome, finally, to the PTL Season 2, Division 2, Week 1. That's a mouthful, and it's only just begun. I'm excited to be here. Are you? I hope so? I mean, why else would you click the video, right? So anyway, yeah. The Week 1 has started. This is my team builder for the week. And our very first opponent is Ian and the Surrey Singers. Rebranded his team, formerly like the Landon Lanterns or something. We were in different divisions. I was previously in Division 1. He was in Division 3. And so it's like, you know, promotion, demotion, and now we're in the same division, so that's fun. He was definitely one of the better players last season, and I was one of the worst. So that's an interesting matchup to start on, right? Yeah, his team is stacked. Like, you probably watched the draft analysis, or the draft stream recap, which I did on my Twitch channel, and now it's up on the PTL YouTube, which I'll probably link in the description, but the draft stream is there, so we talked about his team, and it's just like, ugh. Like, I was in the same, like, draft chat, letting this happen, thinking to myself, like, why are we letting this happen? So, to give you a sense of like how disgusting it is, first pick Mega Lopunny. So Mega Lopunny is obviously like a really fantastic round 1 pick, probably one of the best revenge killers in the game, super fast, has like no resistances in the entire game with its scrappy ability, and it's just considered the best one of the best mons in draft generally. He's also got Clefable, which is like a bulky piece of pink crap, which I'll be honest, I wanted to draft Clefable, but he got it like right before I could. So that's, you know, probably one of the best bulky mons in draft. It's got like Wish and Rocks, and it's just really good at everything that he does. And then Jirachi, which is yet another like super good Pokemon. Round 1 pick in itself. It's, you know, it's got it all. Base 100 stats across the board. A Scarf Ironhead just flinches everything to death, and that's a win con in and of itself. And then there's just like so many diverse sets that it can run. Roserade, which is a mon that I love using. I used the Jirachi Roserade before in PPL. Roserade was probably one of my favorite mons to use. It can like be fast, it can be bulky, it's got a really great dual stab, great leech seed set, just a lot of things that it does well, and it's, you know, really great grass type. He's got Raikou, fast electric, 115 base speed, and it's just really good at, you know, firing off thunderbolts, volt switches. It's got like other great sets that it can run. Its move pool is a bit limited unless it wants to run like Rash Nature, which is kind of bad in my opinion. He's also got Blastoise, which is quite a bulky mon, one of the better rapid spinners, and it's, you know, Blastoise is great. It's not something that you can overlook by any means, and for round 6, he got a good spot in Blastoise, and it's, you know, great rapid spinner. It's hard to switch into skulls and stuff. Braviary, America Bird, which I used in season 1 of the PTL, and I loved it. It's fantastic. It was a Z user for me. I forget what his Z users are. I don't really keep track of that kind of stuff, and it really bites me in the ass. But it's really great. Like, Braviary is fantastic. It was my MVP of this season, and because it's like made of pure freedom and stuff. He's got Drapion, which it's got a very unique typing in Dark and Poison, so it's like, you know, you can't really kill it with fairies, can't really kill it with psychic types. So it's really good at the job that it does because of its typing, and it's just overall solid. I actually think that that's one of his Z users. He's also got Golurk, a ghost ground type. So Golurk has it's got some okay stats. It's like bulky, can hit hard. I'm not super worried about it. It's okay at its job and stuff, I guess. He's got the Gentleman's Round 10 Salamence. So between Clefable, Jirachi, Salamence, that's like insane. That's insanity. Like, Salamence Lopunny is just like, how do you like switch into that offense? I'll show you how in a little bit. But yeah, Salamence is like insane. Dragon Dance, Moxie, Intimidate, Bulky, Defog, Z, all that kind of stuff. And then lastly, he's got Heatmore. It's kind of a trash mon, honestly. Like, I don't expect him to bring this to, definitely not our game. I don't know about any other games in general, but yeah, it's there. It's like a budget fire type to compensate with a for his lack of getting a good fire, water, grass core with Roserade and Blastoise. So yeah, that's what he's got. So let's take a little bit to look at what I've got. So my team is going to be right here. I am starting off with Mr. Man the Landorus. So Landorus was my round 1 pick. It is extremely powerful. It breaks through everything. And it just so happens that Landorus just destroys his entire team. Like, I'm not even kidding. Mega Lopunny gets bought by Psychic. Clefable takes a huge chunk from Sludge Wave. Jirachi Earth Power, Roserade Psychic, Raikou Earth Power. Blastoise is the only thing that's like, I don't OHKO it all of any... There isn't really a chance that I can OHKO Blastoise, but it needs like 50% damage before I bop it with Earth Power. Braviary is another thing, which I don't know how well Psychic or Sludge Wave will hit it, but if it's weakened, which I've got a pretty good way of weakening Braviary, and I doubt it'll come at all. Drapion bop that with Earth Power. Golurk, I don't think is coming, and I don't think Salamence will come either, but if it does, I do have answers for it, just because like between Salamence and Braviary, one of those might come, definitely not both. And yeah, I've got like Weavile on my team, like come on. So besides Blastoise, Braviary, Golurk, Salamence, I just like destroy everything. So I've got Rock Polish Yachi Berry, so that means I can like get up my speed 100% of the time. If Lopunny's still around, I'll need to Rock Polish to outspeed it. Otherwise, it's like I outspeed Jirachi. I don't outspeed Raikou, so I'm definitely going to be going for Rock Polish unless it's just like Clefable, Blastoise, and Drapion left or something like that. But yeah, Yachi Berry, and this is the cleanup crew. My EVs are such that this is either for... This outspeeds Mega Lopunny at... No, this is what outspeeds Mega Lopunny at +1. This will outspeed Scarf Raikou. It's a little bit faster than Scarf Raikou, actually. It does not quite deal with +2 Salamence, but if Salamence gets to +2, like, how's that going to happen? So next, let's take a look at Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, the Cresselia. So my opponent has Mega Lopunny, I have Cresselia. I absolutely needed an answer for that, and that's what Crest is for. I'm rocking Moonlight, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Ice Beam, and Leftovers. So basically it's like, this is my, and a bunch of mixed bulk. I'm not 2 KO'd by return, and like Power Punch is like doing nothing to me. Even if it's like Power Punch plus Wind Return, that doesn't KO me. I go for like Psychic and bop it. And I can like do a good job against Ments too, because I've got Ice Beam. Moonlight for recovery. I thought about doing Rocky Helmet, but I think Leftovers is just overall better for my longevity, because I'm switching into things other than like Lopunny. I might be switching into like Jirachi's Iron Head, but even then it's like, I don't want to switch into Jirachi because it'll be going for U-turn a lot. And then most of his team is Special and Salamence. It's like, I don't know if it's, well, it probably has Contact, but I think Leftovers is just better overall. For Cresselia, not going to be going for Calm Mind all the time, but if it's like the case where I'm in versus like if Jirachi's, I don't know about Calm Mind. Definitely Psychic, Ice Beam, Moonlight. I would do sub Calm Mind, but I don't really have a space to fit both of them. But I'll take maybe Energy Ball to deal with Blastoise better. But Blastoise is actually, yeah, that's better. Moonlight 3 attacks, I think, is the way to go, actually, with Leftovers. Yeah, good thing I took a look at that, because, yeah, Calm Mind, it's like, what am I going to set up a Calm Mind against? Golurk, no. Salamence, no. Blastoise gave me trouble before, so I didn't really have a lot for it. But speaking of Blastoise, I've got Amoonguss, 1-up, the, 1-up mushroom. Black Sludge Regen is a really great ability, so this is another thing that sort of checks Mega Lopunny. It's one of the better things out there, and RIP my headphones. So this is a good switch into the likes of Blastoise. It's a good switch into Clefable. Semi-good switch into Jirachi. I'm rocking Spore, Giga Drain, Foul Play, and Clear Smog. He's not going to be setting up on me. Like, Amoonguss is not going to be a setup fodder for my team, because between Clear Smog, which, will get rid of all of Clefable's Calm Minds and stuff, and Foul Play, which just does a ton of damage to the likes of Jirachi and Salamence, and then Giga Drain for Blastoise and stuff. Yeah, not going to be setting up on this Amoonguss at all by any means. And of course, Spore is a fantastic move. Like, it can just, you know, the only thing that I can't Spore is the Roserade. He might be running safety goggles on something like a Drapion. I saw that in one mock battle, which is like, oh, that's cute. I think I stylized safety goggles in at least the PTL, because I've seen, you know, a few people run it before. So yeah, these 3 moves are actually pretty great against it. So I mentioned the unlikelihood of Braviary and Salamence showing up, and that's because I've got Weavile on my team, on my draft rather, but I'm definitely bringing it just because, like, you know, if he does, I don't want to be a sitting duck or anything. I want to be able to, like, bop them. So that's why I've got Weavile. Ice Shard, like, does 75% to both of those, even more to Salamence, even if I'm, like, -1. I've also got Ice Punch if it's if neither of them are, like, Scarfed, Knockoff, and Poison Jab. I thought about going Choice Band for a while, but it's like Clefable switches in on my Ice Punch, and then I can't kill it with 2, but the combination of Ice Punch and Poison Jab does KO. Knockoff spam is just great. He doesn't have a lot that can take it. Like, he can switch in Lopunny, sure, but I've got answers for that, and he doesn't want to be switching in Braviary or Drapion, or he might want to switch in Clefable, but I do have the Poison Jab to bop it after either an Ice Punch or Knockoff. So yeah, Weavile is going to be great. It's probably going to be my dedicated lead, because anything that I can't just do a huge chunk to right off the bat, I can switch into Cress or Amoonguss and threaten to Spore them and stuff. Next up is Mega Steelix, the Metal Scepter. I'm rocking Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Protect, and Rocks. So between Cress and Amoonguss, they really struggle with Drapion. And in a way, Clefable and kind of Jirachi. Steelix deals with all of those things and more. Heavy Slam and EQ just do a number to him. Like, did I seriously not click on Steelix there? There it is. Yeah, EQ just does so much damage. Like, his immunities are Mence and Braviary, and then, like, you know, I can get up Rocks for dealing with those two. Blastoise switches in on me quite well, but I do have Amoonguss for that, which, like, eats Blastoise for breakfast, and also my next mon, which you'll see in a bit. But overall, it's, like, going to be a great mon. Not doing Roar, because any of his setup mons, like Amoonguss, like, deals with all of them quite well, and it can just, like, take hits for days. Like, I'm running mostly Spadef with a bit of attack. I still have, like, infinity defense on Steelix, because, like, just look at that base defense. It's insane. So yeah, this will be great for this matchup, and even if I have to, like, sack Steelix to bring down something like the Raikou, that's not ideal, but it's like I can 1v1 most things except, like, Blastoise. And lastly, I have Rotom Yeet, the Rotom Heat, and this is my other answer to Blastoise, in addition to just being good at everything that it does. I don't actually want Trick on here anymore. I think I'm going to throw on Thunderbolt, just because that's doing a bit more damage, or maybe HP Ice as, like, further Salamence insurance, like, or does it get Psychic or anything to hit the Lopunny? No, it gets, I don't know what it can best use to hit the Lopunny. I might go Scarf Will-O-Wisp, which is something that I kind of like to run, but I'll consider that in just a little bit. Basically, I don't want to have Trick on this, because, like, what would I trick? Like, I don't want to give Blastoise a Choice Scarf. I don't want to give Roserade a Choice Scarf, or Raikou, or Salamence, or Drapion. Maybe Drapion. Clefable's probably the best candidate, and I can't use it on Lopunny or Zmon, so it's, like, not really going to be working out in my favor. So I'll just figure out something to help me bop the Lopunny, because my speed tier is such that when I'm Scarfed, max speed, modest Rotom Scarfed outspeeds Lopunny by, like, 2, which is fantastic. I'm going to be, like, throwing overheats all over the place. And yeah, his one immunity to Volt Switch is Golurk, which is 2-8 KO'd by overheat, and that's compensating for the lower special attack, unless it's AV. But then again, I might hit it with a Shadow Ball or something, but overheat's actually doing more than that. But that's just to show, like, hey, I'm not set up fodder for you. Anyway, so I'm going to fix that real quick. That's the team. So stay tuned for the battle. That'll be up tomorrow by the time that you're seeing this. Yeah, I'm excited for this season. Lots of good battles coming up. I really like the team that I have. It's super fun to build with. So yeah, the general plan, lead Weavile, switch into my bulky stuff, hopefully get up rocks, give him a hard time with Rotom Heat. Like Volt Switch is going to give him a really hard time. And then once things like Blastoise is weakened, once like Golurk, if it's there, is eliminated, once Clefable's down to like 60%, and I figure out like what his Scarf is and stuff, then Landorus can just clean. So that's great. Anyway, that is all for me. Toss a like if you liked it, or if you're just excited for the season. Subscribe if you're new. Would really like to get some new subs throughout this season. That'd be really awesome, because it makes me, encourages me to do better work and stuff for you nerds. And yeah, comment down below if you got anything else to say about this team or life in general. So yeah, that's all for me. I'll see everyone in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.